The MT-09 has undergone quite a few changes in the last few weeks and is looking better than ever. But with constant upgrades, I'm always looking ahead to the next upgrade instead of appreciating the point that the bike is at. So today I thought we should do exactly that and reflect on all the changes that we've made to the MT-09 up until this point. After all, I usually have far more thoughts when it comes to the bigger install videos than I can actually fit into a 10-minute video. Like the missing DB killer, for example, which I'm actually contemplating putting back in. Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the look of that gaping hole and enjoy the missing cylinder soundtrack even more than that. It's far louder than a big exhaust like this should be, but disappointingly, it doesn't have the same grunt as it did with the baffle still installed. The front wheel doesn't lift like it used to, and if there's one thing you can't live without, it's torque. So if you see the baffle reinstalled in a future video, don't be surprised. Then there's the blacked out display, thanks to the LCD flip kit. This is still on my list of favorite changes, and coincidentally matches my black and white theme perfectly. It looks super clean and fitting when riding, but oddly, the part I think I appreciate most of all is how clean it looks when switched off when compared to the stock look. It blends into the bezels a little bit better, and I don't miss that strange greenish color. At the time, it felt like a big commitment and a lot of work, but in hindsight, it was totally worth it. Then came along these ProTaper handlebars, which were the biggest install yet at the time and had me second guessing my choices a lot during the process. The most noticeable part about the handlebars wasn't that they were lower, but rather that they're wider, which does make it feel like you have a bit more leverage when counter-steering into a bend. It was a change I got used to pretty quickly, and I love that they're a customized touch. It changed the entire look of the cockpit, which I still appreciate every time I get on the bike. However, my biggest relief is that despite my struggles while threading the bar ends, there really aren't any signs of it not being 100% stock, which makes me very happy. Thank you to the Ridge for sponsoring this video. With the Ridge wallet's compact design, it's right up any biker's street, taking up next to no space compared to an old 90s wallet. However, with space for up to 12 cards and cash and over 30 designs like lightweight carbon fiber or my daily driver aluminium navy, there is no compromising. Follow the link in the description and use code CHAOS10 to get 10% off today. The white MT-09 decals were less of a big install, but still a noteworthy change for a number of reasons. The fake intake covers are the best use of real estate to change the look of an MT-09, which is why I gave this design a try. And although they do look exactly how I wanted, I did unfortunately find out that they're not the best quality on the sharp corners when they got their first wash. Personally, I would also prefer something a bit more unique and less mainstream. However, I left my chief vinyl cutter back in South Africa, so for now, I'm stuck with mainstream. And finally, the biggest job by a long way was the DIY vinyl wrap. This is obviously the biggest visual change, and it really did turn out better than I ever expected. The thing I tried to focus on the most was ensuring that it didn't look half-hearted when it was complete. So I made sure to order all the necessary strong 3M sticky tapes to put the stock badges and plastic side panels back on. In the week and a bit since then, I've ridden it a handful of times, and no areas of vinyl have pulled back from heat exposure or been damaged by road grime. However, the part that I'm fearing most of all is its first wash. Now, 3M vinyl is the best in the business, and they will tell you how durable it is against washing, UV rays and all those good things. But nevertheless, it's still a worry for me, and I will be very gentle, at least on its first wash. And a video that I do want to make in the future when I'm ready to remove the vinyl, because of course the purple will make a return at some point, is to put the vinyl to the test against pressure washers and all things you usually advise not to do with a wrap. So all in all, I am very happy with the point that the MT is at the moment. And I think for my needs, I most definitely did improve it. But anyway, let me know what else you think we should do to the MT, and if you've ever made a bike worse through modifications. And I'll see you on the next ride.